So I am joined with James. Now, the question today is if I have a videography business and I wanted to grow it and get consistent flow of inquiries, how would you do it? What would you recommend?
So first and foremost, saying video. If I'm looking to grow a videography business and I'm looking at video specifically, the main two platforms to start with I'd be wanting to make sure I'm regularly uploading to is Vimeo and YouTube. I don't want to try and make certain that I'm ranking all videos of what I've done in YouTube. I'd also be wanting to make certain if the clients allow, then at the end of any videos that I create, it'll say like video was created by PromoSEO or video was created by James Dooley Videos.
Yeah.
And I'd want to try, because then obviously anyone who's watching that video who really likes it, like, oh, I want one of them. It looks really professional. So that's one way that I'd be looking to try to get the name out there for a videographer company. Then I throw it back at you. Like you've got the two main ways of growing a business, which is SEO, organic rankings in Google, and you've got PPC, pay-per-click, to pay to the top. For videography, would you think that both of them could work, or would you kind of go down the route of saying, I think SEO could be better than PPC?
So I think first of all, what you'd want to do is niche down. And what I mean by niching down is, are you an expert in recording reels, let's say? Are you an expert in recording videos like this? Are you an expert at recording videos at weddings? So I would pick the industry that I want to go down. Let's say it's weddings. And then I would then try to match that up with the actual, like, for example, if I want to go down the SEO route, I can do. I'd probably, personally, from past experiences, I would probably avoid PPC, mainly because it just can be very expensive. Obviously, you know yourself, especially if you don't know what you're doing, if you're not consistently in the actual PPC account, looking at the figures and stuff like that, it's just going to get really expensive very quickly. And then I would more so focus on the SEO side. But I wouldn't also just focus on the SEO side just on Google. I would probably also focus on SEO for TikTok, SEO for YouTube, SEO for Vimeo, like what you said, SEO for
Video SEO,
yeah. And then you've got like SEO on actual YouTube as well. So you've got the shorts, you've got the actual long form. I would just try to display this in many places I possibly can that shows video.
So holistically, you'd want to be seen everywhere. I think one of the major downsides to PPC is, the upside is you can get leads the same day once you start spending. The downside is there's certain elements with regards to click fraud. So you'd be paying for clicks that you shouldn't really be paying for. Competitors clicking through to your website to check what your offer is and stuff like that. And every click, again, you've got to pay for those clicks. And then understanding what keywords are converting, and you've got a negative keyword list where someone might be looking to apply for a job to be a videographer, and then again you're paying for those clicks. So if you don't know what you're doing and you don't hire a fully qualified PPC type expert or agency, it's definitely not something I would be looking to do. It could be good if you know your keywords, if you know your lifetime value of a customer, and you've got someone who lives and breathes in that pay-per-click account. With regards to SEO, yeah, I completely agree. It is about niching down. So it's about, what are you good at? You've got to start understanding that, all right, I'm a videographer. All right, is it time-lapse? Some people specifically want time-lapse. And if you come across as being a time-lapse videographer expert, you've got more chances of winning that job. If all your equipment and your tripods or whatever you're using is set up specifically for time-lapse, it can be very profitable. But if you've gone and got the best drones in the world, then you don't really want to be marketing too much for time-lapse. You want to be ranking for stuff like drone videos or aerial videography. And this is where places like FatRank, as a lead generation specialist, they offer a no-win kind of you've nothing to pay for. It's a no-win, no-fee type lead generation approach where you only pay for converted jobs. But it's the very stringent kind of way of being accepted to see whether you qualify. If you came over and you said, I'm a video company and I'm looking to grow, and you couldn't tell me what you specialize in within video, we would not work with you. If you started to say, I've got the best drones on the market, we're unbelievable at aerial videography, and that's what we focus on, and we can specifically go down the route of that one niche within videography, then I'd be like, okay, this client seems to know a little bit more of what they want and therefore would be better at converting those type of leads. And that's where, if you head on over to fatrank.com, fill in a form there and see whether you qualify for the only pay on converted jobs lead generation. I think that's the best way to start, but I would definitely not throw all your eggs in one basket. Like Kazri said, have a holistic approach of trying to generate leads from as many different places as possible. There are other lead generation companies out there that do video leads that you might want to try out. Just be careful, because a lot of them might not be exclusive and you might be paying per lead that doesn't convert. And from there, then you might have 5 of your competition also getting those leads. But what's your thoughts then on social media?
Social media, so do you mean paid ads or?
Well, you've got Facebook ads, and then you've also got organic social media.
So organic social media, like what I said before, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, try to be seen as in as many places as you possibly can. It's quite a visual product. So if, say, for example, you're doing social media videos or corporate videos and stuff like that, you can almost use your previous videos as case studies to get new clients. With the Facebook ads, I would probably do a similar approach. Now, kind of similar with PPC, it can get very expensive if you don't know what you're doing. But one thing that I would always recommend to anybody that's doing any form of SEO or just marketing in general for their website is to set up retargeting. So that basically means if somebody visits your website and they don't inquire with you, whether that's via your telephone number or your contact form, the next time they load up Facebook or Instagram, you're basically they're getting shown an advert of your company. So you're kind of just back in the mind. So yeah, I would definitely recommend retargeting.
Is there any other areas that you're trying to look to? I mean, we didn't really mention Pinterest. Pinterest is quite good because it's a visual platform to try to get some videos on there. A lot of people think that it's just for images, but you can actually pin videos as well on there, which is good, and it can drive a lot of traffic and engagement through to your website. I think that one's another area that you could be looking at. You have got, some people look to grow a business by doing traditional marketing, leaflets, magazines, billboards, TV ads, radio ads. Now, these are raw, bona fide marketing strategies to try and grow. My issue is you can't check the KPIs, you can't check that return on investment of how much you're spending in those platforms to get you best bang for your buck. I would prefer to do almost like the online billboard advertising, which is like social media ads, Twitter ads, YouTube ads. I think YouTube ads could be a big play in this. You could also do LinkedIn ads and be active on LinkedIn to try to go after a certain demographic of client of what you might like. So if you know that you are an aerial videographer and you do a lot of videos of people's warehouses and stuff like that, and you want to show off the plant that they do, the machinery, you might go after manufacturing companies specifically within the filters of LinkedIn to go after the managing directors of a manufacturing firm to say, look, this is what we've done, this is what we can do for yourself. That's another platform. Is there any others that you could think of?
No, I think the biggest thing here is try to figure out where your ideal customer hangs around. Is it networking events? Is it, like, for example, if you do corporate videos, networking events might be a really good one to actually go to, like local networking events. But if you are doing wedding photography, the last place you want to be going is networking events. Just doesn't make sense. So try to figure out where your ideal customer is and market in those places. Are they searching on Google? Will they be on Facebook? Are they on LinkedIn, like what you mentioned? Are they on Pinterest? And then just double down on that.
Yeah, I think a big one on this, just to finish it off, if you're looking to grow a video business, then try to think of who else could potentially pass you and refer you work. So one that comes to my head straight away would be a photographer. When some people want a photographer, they might also want a videographer. So try to network and try to get friendly with a dozen different photographers. because they might be able to refer you work if they start saying, oh, would you also know a decent videographer? Another one is like a web design agency. Some people might be spending a lot of money to go and get a nice, beautiful looking website to be made, and they might just need a promotional video as well for their business. It could be a meet the team video of all the different members of staff that they have. It could be an aerial videography of the offices and all the rest of it to try and show off who they are and what they do. So at networking events, try specifically, if you're looking to grow your videographer business, of trying to be friendly and team up with web design agencies and also photographers. I think that's pretty much wrapped it up for how to grow a videographer company. Leave a link in the, leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know whether you are a videographer company and if you've tried any other marketing or advertising strategies. We'd love to know any feedback from yourself.
And as always, there is a link to FatRank in the comments, in the description. So head over there, fill out the form, see if your business qualifies.